Hello everyone, my name is Teotube, and well, as the title of the video suggests, I just want to give a quick update. I know it's been will soon be 3 years since I posted my last video. Well, college life has been pretty busy, as well as getting a new job and everything. But I am happy to report now that starting soon, hopefully within the coming months, I will start a brand new video series that, if done properly and correctly, will take me a good while to actually complete. Some of you may already know what the series is based off of, based on the polls I posted a couple of weeks ago. And for those who didn't vote or couldn't, well then, just to put it out there, even though I think most of you already got the picture, as I just mentioned, in the upcoming months, I will be starting a new review series based on the N64 games in my collection. And I should specify that it will be specifically in my collection. So, for instance, some highly requested games most likely won't be showing up since I don't own them. You may be wondering why I'm doing this instead of that. Well, I'm realizing that the collection is taking up a decent portion of my bedroom space, and I feel like if I try to fill it up with the entire collection or even half of it, it's gonna take up too much spot. So I'm nearing the end. I think I only need like 2 or 3 more games to fill up, and I will not be revealing what those games are. But after those 3 games arrive, I should start prepping and filming. How will the structure of these videos be? Well, it's pretty simple. As the poll suggested, I will be posting a video every 2 weeks. So my plan will be the intermission week between one video and the other. I will spend playing the game, getting footage, trying my best to either beat it completely or at least beat a decent chunk of it. Just to get my feel for the game, as some of these games I have not touched in a while despite owning them for a couple years. I also will be doing reviews of a couple of Japanese games that I own in my collection. Mind you, they will be the Japanese exclusive versions, unless I do not own the North American version. I will also be doing a review specifically on a specific video game enhancer, as well as a couple of N64 controller accessories. Apologies. And if you don't believe me on how long this will take, let me just pull up a list here. This will most likely reveal how long it'll take. And just to clarify, the numbering you're seeing here on the side is just based off a book published by Pat Country, or Pat the NES Punk, if I'm correct, his YouTuber name is. These are not my rankings. I will be giving my own. My plan is to give my own once I make the video. I'll see how it controls, how it looks, how it plays, and how I feel about the game. So while you'll see ratings here, these are not the ratings I myself give, or at the very least, they're not 100%. Maybe the games with the ratings will match up with my opinion, but some may not. So without further ado, let me just show what I mean. Apologies. Oh. Let me go back. Just to show. Year 1. Year 2. Year 3. And then a small bit of a 4th year. You see the extras, and then down here you see the percentages of the book, like what the ratings were. But it doesn't really matter too much then. Like I said, the ratings there, I'm only adding to kind of like view how the book that I'm basing these reviews off of, I guess, if you will, because this is kind of what inspired me to make it go versus how I view them. So for example, a game that I've probably got like a 6 out of 10 on the in the book may get a 7, an 8, or 5, or 4. It's not guaranteed which game gets which review, gets which grading, if you will. In total, I should have around 78 North American games, followed by 5 Japanese ones, followed by the Game Shark video game enhancer. I should have just said it, but I didn't want to. And the N64 accessories that I do own at the moment. Afterwards, there's not really much. I'll see if I can maybe spur some videos in between these, some unrelated videos in between the reviews. Maybe like, make like, I don't know, maybe I'll get like some new beats and I'll make a review on that. But I have a feeling that for the following years, it will be consistent, but it'll be consistent on this. But to honor the occasion though, I'm actually gonna make that surprise mystery review, and it is on none other than my favorite third-party controller, or at least third-party in terms of modern, the Brawler 64. Sorry about that. Brawler 64. This is specifically the Ultra Edition, meant to represent the original design of the N64 controller, and you'll see why they refer to it as such. And just to clarify, this is not a sponsored product. If I'm correct, the sites that sell them don't even have them for sale anymore, or at least have them as out of stock. I don't know if they're gonna restock or not. But here, let's just get ready. Let me just get everything out of the way and review how it works, and then I'll plug it in and show how it works. Let me do the review and then I'll cut out and then show how it works when it's plugged in. Okay. So the first step, right off the bat, here's the controller. As you can see, it's like a nice black hue with standard gray D-pad, the rectangular style gates, a black start, select, and oh no, sorry, not select, clear, turbo, and then start buttons. And then here, instead of the green, blue, and the yellow, you get light grays and light grays and like a darker gray, but it's not dark gray. It's like just a darker one compared to these. At the back, actually let me show the sides. You get 2 Z buttons, as well as the L and R shoulders. You get USB charging. And on the back it says right there, Retro Fighters Brawler 64 Ultra Edition. It's a wireless controller. It comes with this special dongle to connect it. A light which will actually connect here. You have to press the start button to start it up. It has a port for a controller pack. And let's see what else comes with it. Oh, and this is the special part about this controller compared to other Brawler 64s, the wireless ones, is that unlike other ones which just has a rectangular gate, you can use this tool, turn it around, to swap out that rectangular gate with a circular one. The reason being is that the original prototype for the controller actually had it as a circular gate instead of the rectangular one that we have. And the way you do it though is that you grab the gate, try to align it up here. I guess I'm gonna have to do it like this. Let's go. There we go. Oh, I accidentally tightened it actually. Yeah, I am confused as well actually. There we go. Let me just pull it out now. It is a line, so... Oh. There we go. And now that I pull it, put it back. Let me just... There we go. Pulled out the rectangular gate. And then here... And we put in this circular gate here. I gotta make sure that this little triangle point there lines up with the controller. There we go. And there we go. Now I get a full circular instead of the octagonal gates. It also comes with this commemorative keychain to show that it's like a it's a limited edition item. Because if I'm correct, whenever I've ordered any other products from Retro Fighters. It doesn't even come with that. And the only other thing of note is the manual. It just reads stuff on like how to remove the analog stick gate, how to reset the motions, and all that. The only other thing of note that I actually forgot to mention right now is that with this, since it's wireless, unfortunately, the only thing that this can read is the controller packs, or memory packs, or memory cards, whatever you want to call it. So they can't, you can't do rumble pack, you can't do transfer packs, none of that. It can just do, memory packs. So for games that rely on rumble, unfortunately you can't really feel it. Isn't that big of a shame, but it's not a deal breaker, but it is a little bit of a shame actually. So now let me just cut out right now and try to set it up to show how the controller feels with some games. There we go, now that it's all set up, let me just plug it in. It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with the controller pack connected to it. Let's begin. Controller expansion pack not found. I do not have it on this console. So agree, or accept more accurately. Apologies. Yeah, you gotta skip all over this. Contract, I gotta press start. And there we go. Let's just do something. This game supports rumble packs. If you'd like to use a rumble pack, insert it now. Well, like I said, this controller doesn't really accept it. I just do Tony Hawk. Let's do this. Just as a reminder, I'm not exact. Yeah, you're about to see some very bad games. That's why I want to give myself a week with each of the games in my collection, so I could practice and get better at it, as you can see right now. Yeah, you can very much see why now. There we go. The controller overall works really well. Right now I'm using the round gate, which is actually something I wanted to mention earlier. For me, it depends on the game whether you'd want to use it. For example, something like Super Mario 64, I say the rectangular gate works better. Since while you are in a three-dimensional space, there's areas where you should be going in a straight line. And that gate allows for that. Whereas something like Tony Hawk, where it's best to try to get like a full 360, the circular gate works better. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not really good at this game. Just in general. But let's pause it and run. Quit. Or am I sure? Yes. And now I'm gonna plug in a rumble pack, or in this case, I'm actually gonna use the third party one I own. It's called the Tremor Pack. Was made by Performance. Let me actually plug it in, just to show you that it either won't work or you won't feel the controller. Because I have read up and it says that apparently it depends on the case. But let's try it again. And now that it's plugged in, free skates, Tony Hawk gets the gear. Apologies, let me lift it up again. Oh, apologies for that. Okay? I think so apologies for that little flip there. I think as you can hear at the very least, I think you guys can see it, but for me it's only here. Um, apologies for the shakiness. Yep. So as you can hear, the rumble pack itself works, but it can't translate it from the dongle, So with that, we at least show that it semi-works. I mean, the ROM pack itself does work. It's more so that since it's wireless, it can't transmit the signal from the dongle to the controller. Which, I mean, that's understandable. They tried their best here, so that's fine. Let me end the run. And the only thing left to show you is the transfer pack that I own. Are you sure? Yes. And then let me actually switch over to that. So I'm gonna have to cut it over here just to transfer over to that. Not transfer. Pun not intended. Okay, let's begin. There we go. We got Pokemon Stadium with the transfer pack and a copy of Pokemon Yellow. And I'm just gonna show this game to show you that unfortunately the transfer pack does not work with the Polar 64s at all. Let me just game pack none. There we go. And you can clearly see that it is plugged in. And it actually does work. I could probably show it to you right now in a bit. But yeah, it just doesn't really work. But other than that, it's a very nice controller. So with that, I hope this little review and update will brighten you guys up for a nicer future here with my channel. Like I said, like you guys just saw with the list, I will be reviewing these games alphabetically every 2 weeks. The start date should be in the coming months, but I'll post on both X and on Instagram when the first video should be dropping. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to post more in the future. Thank you.